For the faculty members and students taking part in the procession and spoken program, please make your way now to the trophy case at the home plate entrance. Again, faculty members and students taking part in the college procession, please go to the home plate gate trophy case now. Graduates and guests, our ceremony will begin in just a few minutes. Everyone, please take your seats at this time. Please stand for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Graduates and guests, joining us today to recognize and honor our history-making graduating classes of 2020 and 2021 are distinguished guests and leaders from our college and university. Pei Fang Hong, Chair of Speech-Language Pathology. Nancy Meyer-Adams, Director of Social Work. Terry Robertson, Chair of Recreation and Leisure Studies. Dave Powell, Chair of Public Policy and Administration. George Bennick, Chair of Physical Therapy. Lucy Huckabee, Director of Nursing. Tiffany Vargas, Chair of Kinesiology. Kamiar Alahi, Chair of Health Science. Erliana, Chair of Healthcare Administration. Wendy Reibolt, Chair of Family and Consumer Sciences. Brenda Vogel, Director of Criminology, Criminal Justice, and Emergency Management. Nicole Lundy, 2020 Outstanding Graduate. Derek Simpson, Distinguished Speaker. Kurt Brower, Alumni Council President. Grace Reynolds Fisher, Associate Dean. Jennifer Ostergren, Associate Dean. Monica Lounsbury, Dean. Neil Schnorr, Chief of Staff, Office of the President. Andy Fee, Director of Athletics. Min Yao, Vice President, Information Technology. Michelle Cheska, Vice President, University Relations and Development. Scott Appel, Vice President, Administration and Finance. Beth Lesson, Vice President, Student Affairs. Chris Steinhauser, Trustee of the California State University. Jane Close Connolly, President, California State University, Long Beach. In 2018, the university adopted a new Alma Mater with lyrics by Christian Valdez and music by Kyle Gabriel, composed when both were students in the Bob Cole Conservatory of Music. To perform it for you today, please welcome Nancy Lee Morgan, a member of the current graduating class of the Bob Cole Conservatory of Music. Please stand for our alma mater.
Home to scholars, artists, dreamers, all are welcome here. Maker of tomorrow's leaders, now and through the years. Confer all that came before us, in our hearts we hold. Always honor, truth and justice, always black and gold. Rise and innovate forever, ever higher reach. All our lives we shall remember beautiful Long Beach. Rise and innovate forever, ever higher reach. All our lives we shall remember beautiful Long Beach. All our lives we shall remember beautiful Long Beach.
Graduates and guests, please welcome Dean Monica Lounsbury.
President Conley, honored guests, alumni, faculty, staff, graduates, and friends and families of our graduates, welcome to Commencement 2021. As Dean of the College of Health and Human Services, it is my distinct honor to welcome you to the 72nd commencement of the California State University, Long Beach. We would like to extend our most sincere and hearty congratulations to you, classes of 2020 and 2021. The graduates seated here today are an incredibly special group of people. You have completed health and human services degrees during one of the most critical times in our nation's history. COVID-19 has disrupted all of our lives. It has led to an enormous loss of life, transformed our healthcare system, and has left us all with extreme Zoom fatigue. And this pandemic happened on top of some of the greatest challenges in health and human services, including social injustice, racism, mental health issues, political polarization, economic instability, and distrust in the systems and institutions we have always known, just to name a few. But despite all of this, I remain optimistic. I'm optimistic because the future is in the hands of these graduating classes. It's your time. It's a challenging time, but I know you are up to the task. Our degree programs have prepared you to take on these critical challenges. So why am I so optimistic? Let me tell you about our college and these amazing graduates. Did you know that the entire college and many of our graduates today stood up against racism and took action on our campus and beyond? I have no doubt that your actions, big and small, will advance anti-racism and transform public and civic life. Did you know that the Department of Health Science worked with the city of Long Beach to advance Black health equity? Some of our graduates have been instrumental in this effort, including Chelsea Okondolor, health science student and Black health equity intern. Our students in health science and healthcare administration helped underserved communities obtain access to healthcare and basic needs. Like Josh Haber, a health science graduate who developed PeriDeal, a mobile app to combat food insecurity and support an affordable, balanced diet. And Dee Doe, a healthcare administration trans student, made it his mission to support the health of the LGBTQIA+ and other at-risk communities. Our students challenge the status quo. Did you know many of our students from criminology, criminal justice, and emergency management work to reform police and prison systems? Like Genesee Chopin, a criminology, criminal justice student who focused her thesis on prison visitation for families. Did you know that students from public policy and administration and social work continued to work and stepped up as leaders in their communities? Like Flor Aguilas, a social work student who was recently elected as a California State Assembly district delegate for her region. And Norma De La Cruz, a public policy and administration student who worked full-time for the Los Angeles County Superior Court while getting her degree. Through classwork, research, and community service, our graduates made important contributions to many institutions and industries. Did you know our graduates from family and consumer sciences and recreation and leisure studies have made incredible strides to address diversity, inclusion, and equity in many industries, including hospitality and tourism? Like Leanne Galileo, a hospitality management graduate and Asian American student who did not see industry leaders who looked like her. So she strived to become one of the first of many successful women of color in the hospitality industry. Our graduates advocated for themselves and for each other. Did you know that our kinesiology faculty and graduates examined and discovered ways to improve the physical performance, mental health, and well-being of our student athletes, Like Alexandra Herrera, a sports psychology student who channeled her own struggles as a student athlete to help fellow athletes both on and off the field. Did you know that our students recognize the need for broadened mental health support? And because of them, we worked with campus and community organizations to create the Beachbody peer mentoring program, a new way for students to support one another. Now, all other colleges at CSULB are now exploring ways to implement Beachbodies. CHHS graduates recognize problems and act. Remember when there was a PPE shortage? CHHS students, faculty, and staff volunteered to repair N95 masks for essential workers. Our fashion design and merchandising students, like Miles Talley, pitched in by designing and distributing masks to friends, family, and community members. I think Miles and some of his peers were among the first to recognize the fashionability of a mask. During the time of COVID, Health and Human Services graduates were needed more than ever. CHHS provided essential services. Did you know that PT at the beach remained open and our physical therapy students saw hundreds of patients? Many 2020 physical therapy graduates, like Rachel Thompson, provided critical treatment for patients throughout the pandemic. Our recreation and leisure students and graduates also worked in the field during COVID-19, like Dai Koob, a recreation therapy student who worked at a hospital serving people with disabilities. And our speech language clinic was one of the first in the region to transition to teletherapy during the pandemic. These free online services have been a lifeline for people with communication disorders. Speech language pathology students like Sarah Larson helped people improve communication and their quality of life. Faculty and students from the Center of Successful Aging advocated for outreach and community vaccination clinics for older adults. Adriana Weatherby and student interns created informational videos to address social isolation and advance successful aging in place. And one of the main reasons I'm so optimistic is because our CHHS graduates across all our schools and departments have played a critical role in Long Beach's fight against the coronavirus. As you likely know, the city of Long Beach received national recognition for its response to COVID-19, and the city could not have done it without your efforts. Over 200 of our nursing, faculty, staff, and students worked on the front line throughout the pandemic and courageously volunteered to provide vaccinations while continuing to provide care for all other health needs. Like Ana Tenorio Garcia, who worked as a registered nurse taking care of COVID-19 positive pregnant women. And Kim King, who promoted the importance of vaccinations in underserved communities. And Eileen Marie Maranen, who helped administer COVID-19 vaccines and still found time to care for the mental health and well-being of her peers by hosting yoga Zoom nights. These actions, big and small, make a difference. And they shape a better, more just, and equitable world. And these are just a few of the stories about our graduating students, and there are countless others that inspire and give hope. Can you imagine what the world will be like after this group of people more fully enter the workforce in 5, 10, or 20 years from now? It gives me enormous pride to think about what you have already accomplished and what you will accomplish in the future. Be optimistic, with me. In closing, let's look to our history. The people who grew up in the Great Depression and World War II were called the greatest generation. They rose to the challenge of their time to usher in a new era of innovation and prosperity. This time is no different. You are the greatest generation 2.0 in the making. You are needed, and the stakes are high. No pressure, but you are ready. You received a world-class education from a world-class faculty and university. The College of Health and Human Services is about people and helping them to live happier, healthier, and safer lives. And we are up to the challenge. This is a monumental moment. Although you may be graduating from CSULB, we will always be with you. So, here you proudly stand. Take pride in this moment and enjoy this achievement. Remember always that your voice and talent matters. Always stand up for what you believe in, and remember that no action is too small. No barriers, ever. Go Beach. Every year, each college selects an undergraduate student to receive the Outstanding Graduate Award. This evening, one of our 3 awardees was able to be with us and will have an opportunity to address the audience in a moment. In 2021, Judith Mcgonagay, a pre-med student from the Department of Health Science, was awarded the Outstanding Graduate Award. Judith was admitted to the University Honors Program and completed an extraordinary thesis project in just 6 months. Because of her academic achievement and pursuit of a career dedicated to the health of underserved communities, she was also selected for the highly competitive Advancing Nutrition Development Program through the Alliances for Education and Leadership. In addition, she volunteered her time in the Nursing Research Lab to engage in community-based research on obesity prevention among minority children. Unfortunately, Judith could not be here tonight, but please join me in acknowledging her receipt of this prestigious award. In 2020, 2 students were awarded the Outstanding Graduate Award. The first of these recipients was Shelby Van Rickahen, a graduate of the School of Nursing. During her time at CSULB, Shelby was a participant in the Nurse Mentoring Connection, a collaboration with the CSULB nursing alumni. She obtained numerous certifications ranging from certified nursing assistant to disaster training, all of which is a testament to her love of the profession. She was accepted to the highly competitive Hoag Hospital COPE Scholars Program. Beyond her many accomplishments, Shelby showed incredible compassion and support to her fellow students who struggled with anxiety, depression, and other mental health issues. Shelby always knew how to reach out in a healing way. Unfortunately, Shelby could not be here tonight, but please join me in acknowledging her receipt of this prestigious award. The other recipient of our 2020 Outstanding Graduate Award is Nicole Lundy from the Department of Health Science. Nicole received her degree in community health education and minored in gerontology. During her time at CSULB, Nicole was a health promotion intern who worked with the City of Long Beach to develop suitable walking and bus routes for older adults. She was also one of the recipients of the highly competitive SCAN Healthcare Scholarships, which is awarded to a student who plan to pursue careers that help improve the lives of older adults. In addition, she received the Joe Gaines Endowed Scholarship, which recognizes students for their high academic achievement and contributions to society. Please join me in welcoming Nicole.
Good evening, my fellow graduates, faculty, family, and friends. I am humbled to be standing in front of you all tonight, given the opportunity to speak on behalf of everyone who has been on this crazy roller coaster of higher education. There are many different majors being honored here tonight, and I am grateful to have had the opportunity to work with many of them throughout the interdisciplinary research and internship opportunities that CSULB provided. Although this is not a conventional commencement ceremony, isn't it pretty cool to be able to look back and say that we graduated at the beautiful Angel Stadium? Sorry to all you Dodgers fans out there. So I do not want to dwell on what we missed out on due to the pandemic, but instead I want to focus on the highlights we got to experience during our time at Cal State Long Beach. Let us start with the dorms. Some would like to call us a commuter school, but I was someone who spent my first year in Long Beach living at Hillside College. Woo! I am forever grateful for that first year I spent on campus because I made some lifelong friends who helped me get through all the highs and some of my lowest lows throughout this adventure. We moved from spending hours studying in our dorms to countless hours spent at the Outpost, the Nugget, and of course, the library. Free coffee from Starbucks during finals was cool, but I am glad that final season is a thing of the past. I do not think I am alone in saying that one of the things I'm going to miss most about CSULB, besides the amazing people and distinguished faculty I've had the privilege of meeting, is the Student Recreation Center. No 24-hour or LA Fitness can even compare to the amenities that we were spoiled with. I miss it so much already, I've already applied back here for my master's. But really, when I first came to Long Beach, I didn't realize how much of an impact this school was going to have on my life. I came in fresh out of high school with a set plan of how the next 4 years were going to be. Man, was I wrong. Not only did it take more than 4 years, but I finished in a completely different major than I would have imagined, and with a minor that has since grown into my lifelong passion. If it wasn't for the guidance of some incredible faculty, I have to give a shout out to my beloved mentor, Casey Geller. I'm not sure if I would be standing here tonight as an outstanding graduate. There are so many professors that helped shape me into the woman I am today, and I will forever be grateful for Cal State Long Beach for providing me the opportunity to learn from these remarkable individuals. I am a firm believer in the phrase, everything happens for a reason. We are here today being honored for our accomplishments, despite being thrown through a few loops and some unexpected turns along our journey. All the sleepless nights, tears shed, and caffeine consumed was worth it. We persevered and never gave up. It's been a wild ride, and I think I speak on behalf of everyone in thanking our support systems and the faculty here at California State University Long Beach for helping us reach our destination. Class of 2020 and 2021, we did it. Thank you.
Congratulations, Nicole. We would also like to take this time to recognize the graduate students who received awards for outstanding projects and theses. Congratulations to Richard Douthit from the School of Criminology, Criminal Justice, and Emergency Management, and Jeanette Flores from the School of Social Work, who both received the College Outstanding Project Award in 2020. And congratulations to Sheila Mallett-Smith for the School of Nursing, who received the College Outstanding Project Award in 2021. Congratulations to Rhoda Kramer from the Department of Health Science and Kristen Wood from the Department of Family and Consumer Sciences, who both received the College Outstanding Thesis Award in 2020. As well, congratulations to Maria Aldez Perez from the School of Criminology from Criminal Justice and Emergency Management, who received the College Outstanding Thesis Award in 2021. The Commencement program provides a list of distinguished academic awards and their recipients. Congratulations to all the 2020 and 2021 awardees. Will all students who received any one of these distinguished honors and/or awards please stand and be recognized? And now it is my honor to introduce our distinguished guest speaker, Mr. Derek Simpson. Mr. Simpson is president of the Miller Foundation. Since its inception in 1967, the Earl B. and Lorraine H. Miller Foundation has committed over $75 million to over 125 Long Beach organizations to support and nurture the children of our community. The Miller Foundation funded the building of Miller Children's Hospital and further committed to the well-being of children by actively supporting and generously funding the Children's Dental Health Clinic, the Children's Clinic, the Guidance Center, the Assistant League of Long Beach, and the Earl Burns Miller Japanese Gardens. Before joining the Miller Foundation in 2019, Mr. Simpson served as an executive director of the Long Beach Community Action Partnership and the Region 9 representative on the National Community Action Partnership Board of Directors. With his leadership, the Long Beach Community Action Partnership grew from 24 staff to 80, and from $1.3 million budget to an $11 million budget. During this tenure, he also provided leadership in creating public access digital network known widely as PadNet TV. PadNet TV serves the Long Beach community and has substantially grown its reputation for training community members, local teens, and college interns from across the nation in video production. Throughout his career, Mr. Simpson has established himself as a valued community leader with diverse experiences that include business development, community development, youth programs, and entertainment. His many awards and distinguished recognitions for service include prestigious regional and national accomplishments. In addition to corporate and community achievements, Mr. Simpson is a creative writer with 3 published books, a spoken word CD with smooth jazz, and a podcast that are available on several international platforms. He was a member of the Recording Academy and a voting member of the Grammy Awards from 2008 to 2014. Mr. Simpson is also a proud alumnus of the University of Alabama, and even more proud grandfather. So please join me in welcoming Mr. Derek Simpson.
Thank you, Dr. Lounsbury. I like to think that sitting there listening to you say all that about me was the most difficult part of this evening. I appreciate that. Chancellor Castro, President Conley, administrators, faculty, family, friends, and the amazing graduates of 2020-2021, I extend a heartfelt thank you for this honor to share such a momentous occasion. On this day in history, when we so desperately need innovative, motivated, elevated young minds that will become transformative leaders in our society, here you proudly stand ready to answer the call. You arrived on campus as individual threads of wisdom that are now prepared to be woven into a greater strength that will become the safety net of our communities and our society. You will be facilitators of change and innovative leaders in health, family and consumer sciences, public policy, recreation, criminal justice, speech, language, and all related fields. Here you stand proud and prepared for the next level of success in life and career. Dr. Martin Luther King once said, "The quality, not longevity, of one's life is important." Your presence today says that you committed quality time to achieve a dream. When I sat in your seats decades ago, I had no idea that one day I would be speaking on such an important occasion to such an esteemed audience as I see before me. Born in a segregated hospital, growing up in a Jim Crow society, and graduating from a university that my governor said I could never attend, I never gave up. I may not have known where I was headed, but I knew there was more to life than my current situation, and I ensured that I was one of the best on any team that I joined. I encourage you to do the same, and I know you can. I share my story today because if a little black boy from Mobile, Alabama can stand here speaking to you, I have no doubt that you are ready and able to rock the world in ways society cannot imagine. No matter what you encounter, just keep moving forward. We are in awe when considering what you have accomplished in the midst of the greatest global pandemic in history. In a time of national civil unrest, pleas for equity and demands for social change, in moments of unwarranted deaths and requests for reform, with our very democracy in peril, covertly and overtly, with homeless along the streets and the alleys and the freeways, and even at times sitting in your very classroom and Zoom rooms. In the midst of it all, here you proudly stand as the graduating classes of 2020, 2021, and oh, what a glorious day it is for you and your families. Truly, in your collegiate lives, you have experienced some of the best of times and the very worst of times, demonstrating the focus, tenacity, and belief required to achieve your goals. You arrived at Cal State University Long Beach with the inherent talents for greatness, and now you are polished and prepared to take your place among the best in your chosen professions. There are few generations that will ever be able to say that facing myriad challenges of epic proportion in such a time as this in their lives, they made dreams come true. You deserve the greatest of all applauses from those assembled to pay tribute in this moment, and we celebrate you. Savor this moment. Always take the time to celebrate your victories, because the next challenge will be a lesson that is sure to come. Learn from your failures, and if they seem to bury you, no worries. You are like seeds of greatness, and from the darkest experiences, you will rise. In fact, Dr. King once reminded us that only in darkness can you see the stars. Look around you now and see brilliant smiles of stars among us. See the faces of leaders that will profoundly change our communities. Take in the grandeur of this facility and cherish the sensations of accomplishment you feel in this moment called now. Don't ever get so busy making a living that you forget to live. Let the blessings of life become the inspiration and motivation that lift your spirits in doubt. Know that each of you has the talent to be great at something, And now is the time to seek that purpose within you. You now have the book sense, but I encourage you to take and place great value on common sense. It is a worthy companion. I encourage you to embrace change in your world and in your work. Know that technology will impact the nature of your work, how you work, who does the work, and where the work is done. Think Zoom as one example. I encourage you to remember that life and business is about relationships. Create great ones with integrity. Remember that sustainable change occurs when you change your belief systems, not your actions. So what do you believe about your future in this moment? Remember, it's not what you know, but who you know. More importantly, who knows you and are willing to help you along your journey. Remember that to produce excellence, you must study excellence. Remember that things happen twice in life. First, in your subconscious mind. Second, in your reality. If you can't believe it, you will never achieve it. Remember that you are the brand, and integrity is everything. Love yourselves and others deeply and unconditionally. The famous author James Baldwin once said, "I can't believe what you say because I see what you do." What will you do to create positive change? What will you do to help a brother or sister in need unconditionally? Regardless of where they are from, the world will be watching. Ask yourself every day, you are blessed to wake up healthy and greet the sun. What can I do to achieve personal excellence, bringing me closer to a dream? Believe in the best of you, ladies and gentlemen, even when others may doubt you. Seek your purpose in life, not just a job. The universe has bestowed unique talents within each of you that can propel you to goals you never imagined. I encourage you to do you and not what others would want. Stay true to your personal journey, and you will find peace and purpose at the intersection of who you are and what you do. And it is a priceless experience. There's a role for you to play in humanity that no one before you and not one person that will come after you can fulfill. Believe it and be it. You represent the essence of all that makes our communities and our country great. The world will be better because of your best efforts. Never ever doubt your value to the universe. Here you stand, classes of 2020, 2021, armed with a world-class education to take on global issues. Here you stand to overcome the greatest of obstacles in the most urgent of situations. Here you stand as the pride and joy of your families and friends on a memorable day in life. You are creative genius born to change this world in your own unique way. Go forth and be the beacons of hope our world needs so desperately. Here you stand, classes of 2020, 2021, and with all my heart, I pray that though you may bend in winds of adversity and uncertainty in this life, you will never, ever doubt how proudly you can stand. Peace.
Thank you so much, Derek. I feel like I could go out and conquer the world now. I would like to acknowledge and welcome Trustee Chris Steinhauer. It's Chris Steinhauser, who has joined us here today to celebrate your accomplishments. Mr. Steinhauser has served as superintendent of the Long Beach Unified School District since 2002. With more than 30 years of experience in Long Beach's diverse school system, Chris earned a national reputation for improving student academic performance and closing achievement gaps. Please join me in thanking Trustee Steinhauser for joining us here today. Thanks, Chris. It is now my pleasure to introduce Mr. Kurt Brower, the president of the CSU Alumni, CSULB Alumni Council. Mr. Brower will make a few remarks on behalf of the Alumni Association. Mr. Brower received his master's in public administration from Long Beach State University in 2000 and is a proud parent of a Presidential Scholar alum from the class of 2015 from the College of Engineering. Kurt has been with the city of Newport Beach for over 30 years and currently serves as the senior buyer for the city. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Brower to the podium.
Thank you, Dean Lounsbury. It is truly an honor to be here today. As a Beach alumnus and an alumni parent, I have a sense of what it took for all of you to get here, and I want you to know how much I admire you and your families. What you have accomplished is nothing short of extraordinary. Your time at the beach has shaped your future in more ways than you could have ever imagined. And you don't have to leave that behind just because you're leaving campus. Graduates, as you receive your degrees today, you become a part of a truly impressive group, the CSULB alumni family, which is more than 350,000 strong. You now will follow in the footsteps of many alumni who have built our communities through their hard work, talent, and service. On behalf of CSULB alumni, I offer my sincere congratulations and encourage you to stay connected with the Beach community throughout your lives. Thank you, and go Beach.
We can see them in the books we read. Where else can we see dinosaurs?
Graduates and guests, please welcome President Jane Close Connolly.
I have a deep admiration for our 2020 grads whose academic lives were changed in the course of just a few days last spring, and for our 2021 grads who have not seen each other for over 14 months and have accomplished something that just a year ago would have seemed impossible. You've held tenaciously onto your dreams. I also admire your family, friends, faculty, and staff who have sacrificed and supported your success. Please give me the chance to give them a round of applause and join me if you'd like. Often we hear at graduations important life events and encouragement to change the world, as Mr. Simpson so eloquently just did. However, for now, I urge you to take a breath and join me in a few moments of reflection. Look around at this unique and wonderful venue and all the people who have gathered around you. Think how you will see this venue in the future. It'll never be just a ballpark again. Look toward your friends, your classmates, and family. I hope you can feel their love and support. Yes, you earned your degree, but nobody does that alone. Please drink in this moment of personal accomplishment and shared effort. Close your eyes for just a minute if you'd like, just a second. Create a picture and a feeling of you accomplishing something challenging and wonderful, like a college degree, and you did it. Something perhaps that you might have occasionally doubted was possible. Just sit with that feeling for a moment. Feel the love that others have for you and the love you have for them. Feel love and kindness toward yourself. Know that you are unique and lovable. Let it truly sink in that there are no other yous in the universe. Few things are more profound or amazing to me. I hope you can etch into your hearts these feelings, your strengths, your bounce backs, and the power of relationships and community. Take a moment to savor these events now so you can recall them each time you confront self-doubt or external challenges in the future. And perhaps vow today not to take the good for granted or to fixate on the bad. Celebrate every good thing and learn from your mistakes or difficulties. And those here, especially in the College of Health and Human Services, who take care of others so well, remember the importance of taking care of self. I hope you, like me, will remember this ceremony, the feelings and the faces, as a milestone in our journey to the next normal. I'm not sure how we'll be changed by our pandemic experiences, but I do know that I am grateful that I had Beach students, faculty, staff, administrators, alumni, and other community partners with me on the trip. I am grateful that I had all of you. You didn't take your eyes off your aspirations, you persevered, and instead of being a victim of circumstances, you all did something rare and wonderful. So now you're university graduates. Wow. Now what? Well, there's a lot going on in all sectors of our world. The economy is predicted to roar back for those with college degrees and those in health-related services, by the way. So check, you got that covered. I'll be excited to hear about your next professional and educational adventures. I'm sure you're already fired up to save our planet, reform our criminal justice system, eliminate poverty, dismantle systemic racism, and remove all the disparities from our health and educational systems. While I'm not sure what you'll do after you've finished with all of that, I know it will be important, worth your expertise, and I know you will serve the public good. To all the members of our Beach family, here, near, and far, take care of yourselves, take care of others, stay connected, and go Beach 2020, go Beach 2021. Thank you.
And now, the moment you have been waiting for. It's time to confer your degrees.
Hello, I'm Dr. Grace Reynolds Fisher, the Associate Dean for Faculty Affairs and Research in the College of Health and Human Services. Today, I have the distinct honor of announcing the degree candidates for the class of 2020. I will now present the class of 2020 doctoral degree candidates. Will all the class of 2020 candidates for the Doctor of Nursing Practice and the Doctor of Physical Therapy please stand? President Connolly, these candidates have satisfactorily completed all degree requirements and have been approved by the faculty of the College of Health and Human Services to receive their degrees.
You have been recommended to me by the Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs and by your Dean and your distinguished faculty. Therefore, by the authority vested in me by the Chancellor and the Board of Trustees of the California State University, I confer upon each of you who has fulfilled all requirements the appropriate doctoral degree with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations. You may be seated.
Congratulations. I will now present the class of 2020 candidates for the master's degrees. Will all the class of 2020 candidates for the master's degrees please stand? President Connolly, these candidates have satisfactorily completed all of the requirements for the degree of Master of Arts, Master of Science, Master of Public Health, or Master of Public Administration, and have been approved by the faculty of the College of Health and Human Services to receive their degrees.
You have been recommended to me by the Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, by your Dean, and by your distinguished faculty. Therefore, by the authority vested in me by the Chancellor and the Board of Trustees of the California State University, I confer upon each of you who has fulfilled all requirements the appropriate master's degree with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations. You may be seated.
And now, the bachelor's candidates for the class of 2020. Will all the class of 2020 candidates for the bachelor's degree please stand? President Connolly, these candidates have satisfactorily completed all the requirements for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science and have been approved by the faculty of the College of Health and Human Services to receive their degrees.
You have been recommended to me by the Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs and by your Dean and your distinguished faculty. Therefore, by the authority vested in me by the Chancellor and the Board of Trustees of the California State University, I confer upon each of you who has fulfilled all the requirements the appropriate bachelor's degree with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Baccalaureate graduates, you may now move your tassel to the left side of your cap. This signifies the completion of your undergraduate degree. Congratulations. You may be seated. You may be seated. Congratulations. Great job.
Hello, I'm Dr. Jennifer Ostergren, Associate Dean of Student Success and Academic Affairs in the College of Health and Human Services. Today, I have the honor of presenting the degree candidates for the class of 2021. I will now present the class of 2021 candidates for the doctoral degrees. Will all the class of 2021 candidates for the Doctor of Nursing, Practice, and the Doctor of Physical Therapy please stand? President Conley, these candidates have successfully completed all degree requirements and have been approved by the faculty of the College of Health and Human Services to receive their degrees.
You have been recommended to me by the Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, by your Dean, and by your distinguished faculty. Therefore, by the authority vested in me by the Chancellor and the Board of Trustees of the California State University, I confer upon each of you who has fulfilled all requirements the appropriate doctoral degree with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations. You may be seated.
I will now present the class of 2021 candidates for the master's degree. Will all the class of 2021 candidates for the master's degree please stand? President Conley, these candidates have satisfactorily completed all the requirements for the Master's degree of Arts, Masters of Science, Masters of Public Health, or Masters of Public Administration, and have been approved by the faculty of the College of Health and Human Services to receive their degrees.
You have been recommended to me by the Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs and by your Dean and by your distinguished faculty. Therefore, by the authority vested in me by the Chancellor and the Board of Trustees of the California State University, I confer upon each of you who has fulfilled all requirements the appropriate master's degree with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations. You may be seated.
And now, the bachelor's candidates for 2021. Will all the class of 2021 candidates for the bachelor's degree please stand? President Conley, these candidates have satisfactorily completed all the requirements for the degree of Bachelor's of Arts or Bachelor's of Science and have been approved by the faculty of the College of Health and Human Services to receive their degrees.
You have been recommended to me by the Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, by your Dean, and by your distinguished faculty. Therefore, by the authority vested in me by the Chancellor and the Board of Trustees of the California State University, I confer upon each of you who has fulfilled all requirements the appropriate bachelor's degree with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Baccalaureate graduates, you may now move your tassel to the left side of your cap. This signifies completion of your undergraduate degree. Congratulations. You may be seated.
Congratulations, graduates. Although your graduation ceremony has ended, your relationship and connection with California State University Long Beach has not. For your lifetime, you will always be part of the beach. You will also be ambassadors and representatives of this great university. Wherever you go, the College of Health and Human Services and CSULB are with you. Congratulations to the classes of 2020 and 2021, and go Beach!
graduates and guests, families and friends, thank you for joining us this afternoon for the commencement ceremony for the College of Health and Human Services. We now invite you to make your way out to meet your graduate at one of our 8 graduate experience stages in the parking lot. There, graduates and family can view their graduate slide and hear their names read as they cross the stage. Congratulations, and go Beach!